All right, folks, welcome back to the Star Wars X-Wing Miniatures Hyperspace Trials put on by Millennium, Condor, and Collected Edition in the Bell Sportsplex, where the Habs practice in Brassard. We are going into round 5 with 2 undefeated players. Two friends of mine from Ottawa. I'm a Valley boy originally, though I now live in Toronto. We've got Timothy Duke and Jean-Marc Cousineau. Made the trip up from Ottawa, survived the floods all the way. They paddled down in a canoe, so far as I'm told, and we've got them going. They are going to be playing. Jean-Marc's brought 4 Republic Arcs, and Tim's got a Swarm Tactics 4X list. So I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys go. They've been repping my hometown real well today. And Tim made 11th at, we got the Bytown Smugglers on stream there. It's the Ottawa League. They're a sister league to the Prototype Toronto League there in Toronto. Bytown Smugglers have a killer logo. And it's an ode back to Bytown's neighborhood in downtown Ottawa, where one of the old stores was, and they used to be a hive of smuggling to get stuff across the border from Quebec, and so the scummy guys in Ottawa took it on. We've got rock set up for once, so this is they've got their time going. We've got our time going. We're going to try and get all these rounds done in a day. We're going to get 5 rounds and a top 8 all done in one day. It's going to be great. Bruno's going to join me at some point. How do I know this? He's got his beer over here waiting for him when he comes back. He's schmoozing, bruising, looking all cool. Real cool cat, that Bruno. Talking to some of the Quebec players. We got people from all over. We've got 3 provinces represented here today. We've got New Brunswick, we have Quebec, we have Ontario. So very happy with turnouts like that. We've got, again, about 30 people, which is what we're seeing almost across the board in Canada right now for Hyperspace Trials, which is pretty good. We've had 1 or 2 over that, but most of them about this size. And we're going to be crowning a second Montreal invitee to Worlds 2019 this October at some point later today. You in the future watching this on YouTube probably know who that is, or can just skip to that video if you were so inclined. But I think we're going to see an excellent game here between Jean-Marc and Tim. We're going to see how these lists fly. Again, both of these boys are 4-0. 4-0, which is so delicious. Jean-Marc's messing with his ships. Good to see them going. And there we have Tim's been flying a list like this for some time. I think he came I came second. He came 11th at the Peterborough trial with a similar list, or maybe the exact same list. I don't know. I don't remember. And this is certainly interesting to see how spread out Jean-Marc's gotten. But I gather Sinker's gonna sink into that hole there, and we are moving forward. I'm looking forward to this. They're looking forward to this. These guys play, I imagine, not infrequently, and we'll have to see how they get on. Now, all of Tim's Swarm Tactics nonsense is going to do close to nothing this game, which I find rather funny / interesting. He has spent a grand total of 9 points on Swarm Tactics, which does not matter because all of his ships are a higher initiative than Jean-Marc's. So, actually, I should check. That's almost wrong because of Sinker. All right, looks like Tim's got initiative. And that means he gets the move first, shoot first. Whoa. We're going to bring up Sinker, just because I don't know what Sinker does. Well, a friendly ship at 1 to 2 in your arc. Well, it's a good thing he's right there in the middle then. On your side arcs. Apologies there. Performs a primary attack. It can reroll 1 die. Now that's really great combined with the 7th Fleet Gunner. If we look at the 7th Fleet Gunner, while another friendly ship performs a primary attack, if the defender's in your firing arc, so you point sinker at the enemy, you have the friend in the side firing arc shooting. So now you get to add an extra die with the 7th Fleet Gunner, and you get a reroll with sinker. So that looks like a lot of fun. And then we've got what else on here? R4P. And the R4P Astromechs are, before you execute a basic maneuver, so no K-turns or sloops or stops allowed, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, while you execute that maneuver, reduce its difficulty. So you can make a white maneuver blue, a red maneuver white. Well, that sounds pretty snazzy. I am for all of that. That sounds great. So Thane Carell says that he can spend. I gotta spell Thane right, guys, in the box. When you perform an attack, you may spend any result to look at a face-down damage card and expose it. Sounds pretty good. Pretty great against big ships. And Jean-Marc's got some crunchy ships here today. And then Biggs is Biggs. He pulls in hits and crits. And then we've got Wedge, who reduces people's evade dice. So we're going to clear all this up and move on into the game. Now, Tim moving real fast. He's got his fantastic little tokens there. He's got all of his wings closed. And we're seeing him boost into position, trying to isolate, seeing how Jean-Marc's running along the board edge. He's going to try and isolate the rear units, maybe even sinker by himself, and punch in and do some real damage there. Trying to eliminate these things one at a time, right? How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. So he needs to keep his guns. His time on target needs to be high. He needs to be doing a lot of shooting, putting in a lot of damage, and he needs to eat little pieces, get Jean-Marc's arcs off of the board, and it's a real tanky list that's going to be pushing out a lot of damage, and it's going to be interesting to see how this comes out. We are being graced with the presence of Bruno. So I've gone over the lists. So now we've got Jean-Marc sliding along the board edge. I've gone over what the R4 Astromechs do. So they make your moves easier twice a game. And we've got Sinker, who allows your friendly ships in his side arcs to reroll dice. And then we've got 7th Fleet Gunner on a different ship.
Yep.
That allows you to add more dice. So you can start adding dice, rerolling dice. It's not going to be a lot. All of these things are really limited. 7th Fleet Gunner, you can do it once, and you have to. I think you have to be assigned like a weapons disabled token or something.
Yep.
Like you have to. Clone Commander Cody happens all the time, but the RPs or the R4Ps are only happening twice a game, so they don't regenerate. So a lot of Jean-Marc's toys and his tools, you really have to know when you're going to use them. And considering the fact that he's 4-0 today, and he just beat Francois from Frog Squadron. You know, he's probably an excellent player.
Yeah.
He seems to have got a handle on what he needs to do.
Well, that's a tough list, right?
Yeah.
You have how many hit points, right? So a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
And the guys knows how to play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
He said he played 2 games with it before today.
2 games what?
Jean-Marc said he played 2 games with it before today.
Really?
But Tim's been flying this list for some time, so he knows how. He's been flying 4X-wings since February, because he flew a list like this at the Toronto System Open. He flew a list like this at the Peterborough Hyperspace trial.
Okay.
So Tim's well practiced with his 4X-wings, and it shows. He's 4-0 today.
Yeah.
Up against Jean-Marc, flying a tanky list.
Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. So we're just going to see them all just turn in, and there's just so many arcs, you're not going to be able to dodge them. So Tim's going to try.
Do you think that's going to be a quick match?
I don't know what kind of match it's going to be. But I know these boys drove up together, and that's going to be one quiet ride home.
They need to, at least both of them are going to make top 8, right?
Yeah.
Initiative 2 and 3 for Jean-Marc, and 6, 5, 3, 3. Who has initiative? Who is the first player?
So Tim is first player, but he has swarm tactics, so all of his ships shoot at 5 and 6.
Okay, so it's not that great against that matchup, but still.
No.
But I would be surprised if he can kill one arc in one turn. Even though all of his ship attack one arc, I would be surprised if he can kill him.
I'm surprised he's committing this hard.
Non, c'est des extras au cas que quelqu'un oublie.
I think I would have rather seen him turn in and try and take the top arc, right? Sort of isolate how many shots he's going to be taking. But it looks like he's diving in to destroy Sinker with Cody on it. The Sinker hasn't moved yet.
Is that one?
Yeah. Yeah, because Sinker hasn't moved, so Sinker's moving now.
Oh. Interesting.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jean-Marc? Why have you turned in?
Honorable joust.
He won't tell. He won't tell us. Yeah, it's Well, Tim said something sounded funny, but I couldn't tell. What was
I can't hear him. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so I guess you will want because he needs this RR come in, right? So now
So he'll push the other 2 guys in.
Yes,
and
and
he'll
probably turn in.
Them.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's fun. That's interesting. Yeah, all the swarm tactics. Swarm tactics.
So Tim doesn't have any spike damage with a proton torpedo or anything like that.
Well,
doesn't have great defense either.
He's got 4 X-wings that shoot at I5, at I6.
He will attack first. That's right.
Yeah,
so technically, the arcs won't have any token left. Technically.
Maybe, but he's got to be focus firing, right?
Yeah, he needs. Yeah.
So just before you jumped on, I was like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You just gotta. He has to focus on one arc and get it off the board, and then focus on another arc.
Would you try to get half on the 4 of them?
You could try. I mean, at some point, the game is going to get messy, and then you're going to try and...
Yeah, and remember that the arc, they can fire from the rear arc, so they're never quite out of the fight, right?
Right, yeah. One thing that always messes me up is I never expect these ships with the double arcs to just, hard 2 and sit there. Right? They'll, hard 2 in a weird direction, and they just point their arc at where you're going to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh... I didn't get it. I didn't call it. I was just I never think of it. Where they're just they can pull the super conservative maneuver, and just.
So it's gonna be interesting because this one, all right, I don't know which one is that, but the one at the top, the top arc, will have to go through the rocks, right? It can. There's no way you can avoid that. Oh, attack! Oh my God! Hit crit. That's good.
That's great.
But we missed. That was who on. I guess it was Wedge.
Yeah, this will be Wedge.
Probably on one of the arcs. So he's spending.
Yeah. I mean, Sinker's your main target here, but 7th Fleet Gunner is a good one too. The other ones, I mean, they're good. It really the R4P really opens up their dial. Where are we shooting next?
Oubliez pas d'enlever vos dés, s'il vous plaît. Sur le tapis bleu. Merci.
All right.
I missed something there. Where is Jean-Marc attacking first now? That mean Thane attacked, or he was too far?
They might have been too far. Doesn't look like there was any damage there.
No.
So I'm not sure if I like where Tim is at this point.
You like where he is?
No.
No. Okay. Oh, you're not sure. Okay.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I straight up don't like where he is.
Oops.
What is it?
7th gunner.
He's using 7 gunner. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's no charge on 7th Fleet Gunner in the overlay.
Yeah.
Oh. Here, you guys can take it off. Okay.
Not bad.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
That's not so great.
Blank, blank, evade.
He's taking 2.
Who took 2?
It's 1 on Biggs and 1 on.
Tim. Biggs
Yeah.
take 1. Who's the other one?
Number 4. So Biggs took 1.
And the Red Squadron took 1.
All right. Okay. See, we're like close enough to ask them question, but they can't hear us. So
Yeah.
They don't know what.
That's the
crap
one
we say
benefit of
about
the
that.
noise is they can't hear what we're talking about. This is lovely.
Lovely.
Yeah. Lovely.
What's lovely?
I'm having a lovely time.
Ah, good. Lovely time. Isn't that
Yeah.
weak a bit?
No.
I'm having a lovely time.
Yeah.
I'm having a
enjoying
great
myself.
time.
Ah,
I'm having a manly time. I'm having a lovely time.
Don't be judgy.
Sometimes I forget that I'm not on the Lore Master quiz. I'm an ass to everybody, but
I love the Lore Master quiz. You're great on it.
that's a role, all right?
Yeah.
I'm not like that in real life.
We all play a role.
Yeah.
Everyone has an online persona.
I was listening to the OCX radio,
Oh yeah.
and Ryan said something about, have you listened to the Lore Master quiz? I heard that he shits on everyone. Yeah, I do shit on everyone, but that's the part
That's
of the
why we
quiz.
listen.
Yeah, that's part of it, right?
What question do you want to? If you had me on, what question would you ask me?
I don't know, man. It takes me like 2 weeks to prepare that. So
All right.
the point cost of something you don't use, the image of a card, right?
Okay.
Some edge cases rules.
No.
Something
no.
you can't answer, right? The point is to have a question that people don't know the answer, and when they do it, when they know it, they come, oh, what?
That's great.
I could never answer any of those questions. That's for sure.
No.
Even with the with the script, I'm screwed. Right?
You're like, I don't understand
what?
this.
And Peter doesn't help.
So what do you think we're going to see here? The bottom 2 arcs that aren't sinker, they're going to turn in.
Yep.
Sinker's going to turn in behind them.
Yeah,
So
to be sideways to them, right?
The bottom one's probably going to hard 3 using R4P. I don't know what this guy up here is going to do. Hard 3 over the rock?
You think a hard 3, will clear the rock? Even
It'll
if he
clear-
doesn't
it'll
have
clear-
any
a hard 2
action, it will.
Hard 2 would clear the rock. There we go. What did I say?
You know, Jean-Marc is good because he's telling us what he's doing, right? So.
Yeah. I love Jean-Marc.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so,
because he wants swag. That's the only.
Yeah.
Okay. that might block some of the X-wing, right?
That's why I was suggesting he do it, right?
Mm.
Is because
Oh, a dice was rolled, blank.
no,
Okay.
no blank. You know, either he's going to be shooting them, or he's going to like if Tim does a one forward with all of his ships, he's probably not going to.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, 3 bank. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was thinking like a hard turn, but like a 3 bank's going to be safer there.
Oh yeah, maybe sinker will do. No, you'll
Like,
do a bank,
hard,
alright, to beat.
He'll do a hard 2. That'll clear.
You thinking?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay, he's really aiming to block. So I think that sinker will do a hard to have everybody in the arc because they're gonna be bumping this last one. That's the last ship.
Oh,
that
you know
moved.
what? If he banks, he gets them all in arc 2.
You think so?
Yeah. Because he'll end up sort of like in front of where the 3 bank is, right?
So,
And he'll have everyone in arc.
So now we need that, super technological equipment that VTT has to draw on the screen, but you didn't bring that with you,
no,
didn't you?
I'm sorry. I don't even know how that works.
It works with money.
Yeah. and effort and time. Like we were talking about VTTV Live a little bit before in the previous video, but Travis, one of the producers there, all the VTTV stuff you see, he programs. He takes because you're using OBS. He uses OBS, but he programs.
He told me that at the last Défi Alpha Condor there. Yeah. They are great. Right?
Yeah.
They are really great, and they deserve more credit for what they do.
They're like you.
I don't deserve any credits though, but
you deserve a lot of credit. No, but they have this passion and they just put so much effort and work.
Yeah, and they want it to be good, right? They want to do it well.
Yeah.
Unlike many podcasts out there that don't care about
when
production.
You're like, I spend, what is it, an hour for every 10 minutes?
Yeah, of raw material.
Is the hard 2?
Yeah.
An hour for every 10 minutes?
Of raw material, yes.
Raw material, yeah.
Yeah, and for cleaning and synchronizing and then after that.
Do you listen and like do something else?
No, I can't do that. No, I tried. I can't.
Yeah.
No, because you have to stop, cut.
Yeah. Because I know like a friend of mine has a music podcast and he'll be like playing a computer game while listening. And then he'll like pause the computer game, go do the quick edit, go back.
No,
to the
because the
game,
podcast
just,
you
listen.
need to stop like between each words at some point sometimes, and you need to go back, erase that, synchronize, take that was like you can hear it because somebody was talking over him, move it so you hear it, move the other one, and no, I can't work and do that at the same time. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I have to do that at night, away from my wife because she hates it and. Because what I'm editing, I'm not making love to her.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
yeah.
With a jaw
X-wing
like
is my lover, right? It's my my concubine.
Your side girl.
Yeah, side girl. Yes.
So I mean, like we're seeing a joust here, right? Like they've put in, but Jean-Marc, as I guess all of his ships actually are shooting, right? The top arc has a shot on the lead X-wing.
That's gonna
Sinker has a shot on several. So
but Sinker side arc is he's taking two of them. Yeah.
So we're gonna see what's left after Tim puts some shots in.
Who's attacking who?
Okay. So he's trying to get 7th Fleet off the board, which is a good call.
Oh, good dice.
Yeah, he's gonna focus.
Yeah. See, they understand how to do streaming because they tell us what they're doing. Yeah.
3-3-3.
Yeah, so 2 hit and a crit.
No.
Oh, breach. Ouch.
That is really bad.
Yeah.
The next time he gets hit, and that's going to be right now. So that's Biggs down.
Oversized token. Nice.
Yeah, and you see his shame tokens that give him Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Well, throne de fer.
Throne de fer, yeah, Game of Thrones, yeah. Shame, ding, 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 yeah.
So it's not Game of Thrones in French. It's the Iron Throne.
Throne de fer.
Yeah. It's actually, they call it the Iron Throne.
Yeah, it's lame.
No, it's not lame. It's pretty good.
Throne de fer. I don't know.
Jeu de fer, jeu de thrones. Jeu is a little like...
Yeah. But I don't like translations, so...
Fair. Translations, you always lose something. So this is, I'm assuming, the same ship. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take a crit with hull
One
breach.
crit. Ouch. Lose stabilizer, so he must go straight.
Well, you have hull... yeah, never mind. Third attack going into the 7th Fleet Gunner.
Oof.
Oh, focus for 4. This might get him. This does get him. Actually, there's no way
Oh,
he
and he blanks. Yeah. What was the focus for? Oh, it's for...
the focus,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay. Oh,
And
they're all
they're all
crits.
crits,
Yeah.
Do we add them all in?
No. So Tim hasn't come here for fun, right? He's here to win, seek and destroy.
I don't think he can't make tomorrow, so he better win tonight.
Yeah.
So he looks like we're going to get Wedge on... I'm going to make this the top guy. This is going to be this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Top guy's the one that spent his R4.
Wow, good dice, huh?
R4P. Crit, hit. And he just straight takes 3 shields.
3
'cause
shields.
He doesn't roll any dice because it's Wedge.
I'm surprised. I would have thought that the X-Wing would do worse than that.
Like it's you're like, oh, he doesn't have his spike damage. He doesn't have that joust. It's like, yeah, he's throwing 12 dice at I6.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
So
he
that was all at range 1. He's throwing 16 dice.
So Jean-Marc's firepower just went down because he lost one ship before it attack, right? And he's throwing shit as dice. So
yeah. So this, I think, is Sinker shooting 2 dice at probably Biggs or Red in the front here.
No.
And look, they even got the initiative marker here on Tim's side.
Okay. Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You're really good at this, huh?
They are. These guys are great.
Yeah. Tim, throw the dice. I like to mess with people like that.
So I don't think he has focuses anymore. So he's going to take
1. There were 2 hits.
Yeah. How are you spreading that out? On Biggs? Not Biggs? Okay. So that was Sinker. Now we've got these 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy has a reroll. So the battalion pilot with the R4P that spent it on the top there, he gets a reroll because he's in Sinker's arc.
Oh, he's not rolling it.
Or is he not close enough? Has to be 2?
Maybe. Big takes 1.
And 1 where? Yeah. Okay. There we are. So
You know what? It's the 5th round,
Yeah.
and I only had to do 2 calls. So people are kind of managing it by themselves, right?
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah. It's great. It really is.
Yeah.
You'll find that judging, like, there's a lot of pressure in the lead up to it, where people will they want this ruling or that ruling, as you were saying with one of the previous players, where he was like, well, I want to know that this interaction works.
Yeah.
Right. I'm worrying about this interaction. Is it going to be there? But then when you get to the event, if you've done your homework, you've gone like you did. You say, I'm using the Illuminati rules. As long as you make a statement beforehand, you're like, this is where I stand on the rules. This is where I stand on the controversial stuff. This is what we're doing. Cuts down on all the problems.
Yeah.
You have a basic outline.
Do you think by the ambience or the general mood that I've set up with the beers and being friendly, whatever, everybody's like, oh, we're here to have fun.
This is great.
So, they're taking it lightly and managing it by themselves.
This is my favorite type of X-Wing. You've got between, 30 and 60 people in a room. So this reminds me of like going to a Kitchener tournament where we're at like a German social hall and we're all having a couple of beers, or it reminds you of the PTL Open where we're in a Legion. Like this is the best kind of Xing where everyone's sort of just like sharing tables, sharing drinks, sharing a good time.
Yeah.
And
Having fun.
It's rare that you get that at a trial where people like generally show up and they're like serious, go.
Yeah.
They want to like get in there and get it. And being able to do that outside of a community event in an official event, I think that's really impressive.
Great, eh?
I think it's very impressive, Bruno. I think you've run a fantastic event.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
For me, it was a failure, right? Because I was expecting like 60 people, but there's too many.
Listen.
Yeah.
No.
Shift
your paradigm. This isn't a failure. You did not meet certain expectations of size.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
You got 30 people here.
The
event happens.
Yeah, having fun.
There's no chaos. There's no one.
Nobody's angry.
No one's angry. Everyone's having a great time. Look, these guys are smiling. The guys at the bottom tables are smiling. Right?
Yeah.
People have drinks. They're having a good time. They're having a fun time. They're out here. You've had one drop in a day.
Because he had a magic tournament later on.
That's unheard of.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
It's the first time in my tournaments that someone dropped.
Really?
Never happened to me. No.
We usually get like a stack of drops.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
thank you.
We'll get like a tournament like this, probably by like this time we'd see probably 4 or 5 drops. Right?
Okay.
Whether that's because you want to go home early or have a drink or what else. Right? But these guys are doing great pace of play, burning through their dials, getting into the next round, setting up the Jean-Marc there, setting up the block again.
That's a great block.
Not
do you think
Tim,
maybe
not if Tim Talon rolled all of his ships?
Talon roll?
Yeah.
Or K-turn over him? Or Talon roll behind him and K-turn over him?
Talon roll. They all just Talon roll behind.
Oh, they all can do Talon rolls, you're right.
Yeah.
Man, Jean-Marc is bad, huh?
No, Jean-Marc is They're both 4-0. This is a great game.
They're both 4-0. Let's
yeah.
remember that, right?
They've both made the cut.
So far, yeah.
No,
but since I'm the marshal, I will decide who makes the cut, right?
Oh, you're gonna DQ both of them for being from Ontario,
for being asses.
Oh, that's fair.
The guy has a pinch, for crying out loud. Who has a pinch? And
he's wearing a Red Blacks hat in Montreal.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
But you know what? I used to be a fan of the Ottawa Rough Riders. I went to Ottawa to watch football games there for the Rough Riders. I have a jersey of the Ottawa Rough Riders.
Really?
Yeah. So I was really sad when they died, because that was the oldest professional franchise in North America. They were 109 years old, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was sad. I was really sad. But you know what? So Jean-Marc is disqualified for having a pinch and wearing that cap.
Well, listen, we gotta get another Quebec guy.
But they're all bad. What are we going to do? No, that's the alcohol speaking, because Devon
tried so close at the System Open.
Who?
Francois.
Oh yeah, Francois. Okay. Because Francois, I don't know who that is, but Francois, I know. Devon, I love you.
I can't even hear the difference. Francois. Like,
you've listened to the last Lore Master quiz when I had a question about Michael Junot? I say, well, Michael Junot, but for you guys, it's Michael Junot.
Yeah.
No?
Michael Junot.
No, because you don't listen to the quiz, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not caught up, but I listened to some of it. Yeah.
Earlier in the other game, you said that you listened to them all. Like 2 or 3 times.
I didn't say I listened to them all 2 or 3 times.
You're in my world now.
There's only so much meme Bruno I can take.
All right, back to the game?
Sure.
Yeah.
But here we have all the ships bumping.
Okay,
right?
So you call that, right?
Yeah.
But this guy is going to have a hard time. The one that's
Sinker.
Sinker is going to have a hard time, because he probably get. Oh, we have a question.
Yeah,
Devon, I need to leave. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Bruno's abandoning me. I'll figure it out. I survive. No, I think Canada is a huge has a huge impact on the, what I was going to say to Bruno is Canada has a huge impact. Mikel Junot, as he was pointing out, keeps Vassal functioning and has a team that does that. And we have Stephen Kim, who's a PTL local, who helps, who rebuilt Yasby for 2.0. And, I think there's a Canada provides a lot of value to the X-Wing world. So it looks like we're going to get a lot of shots on sinker. I'm going to have to go and update my damage totals in a little bit. That's 2. So sinker is out of shields. First one did 1, second one did 2. Oof, not the greatest of dice. Last shot here. Looks like range 1. Judge, do you want to go help him with range 1? Now the issue with where we're parked is like Bruno has to run around the room to go 3 feet behind us and help out. What are you doing? Oh, he's just fucking with him. All right. All right. All right. Super stoked. We've got 2 Canadians, 2 Ontarians on top, 2 Ottawa boys. Who knows how that'll turn out in the cut, but it's always fun to see your hometown do well, especially when you're not in your hometown. So here we have Bruno being a very good judge, trying to figure out if it's range 1 or not. Interesting. Okay, so they've marked the Red Squadron veteran. And we're going to slide that range ruler down. I'll have to ask him when he gets back how that was. Look at that. Just a real nice way. Again, you saw the guys fumbling around with the range ruler. Like, when you're in doubt, when there's an issue, just, call a judge. Ask for a judge. You get Bruno to come in. You get an extra set of hands. Based on the number of dice he's rolling, this is the last sort of go at it. We're going to have to see. Having no mods is rough. And we're going to get 3 damage into sinker, it seems. Let's see what Jean-Marc rolls. Let's see what that crit is. Structural damage, that is not great on. It's not great on an arc. Ugh. Taking a break. My voice is. I've been going since I got here. I've been here for 12 hours. No, 11 hours, and chit chatting away, talking to you, talking on stream, talking to everyone here, talking to Bruno. Oh, look at that! Big hit there. One evade. So we're looking at someone taking 3. Who's taking 3 there? Biggs takes 3. That's not great for Biggs. That puts Biggs on 1. Another shot, I'm assuming, on Biggs. Oh. He's fucked there, boy. Biggs is dead. That's a huge blow to Tim's damage dealing ability. There she blows. Thanks guys for all the crits. Jean-Marc showing off his very proud father of all those crits. I'm sure all of that mattered. We've got about half an hour left here in the round. So these guys started a little later. We got half hour left in the round. We've got 33 minutes left on our rounds. One more attack. Biggs does get to stick around. So Biggs there pulling a damage while dead because Biggs isn't removed until the end of the I2 step. You can still proc his ability, which is when another friendly ship range 0-1 defends before the neutralized result step, if you are in the attack arc, you may suffer a hit or a crit to cancel a matching result. So even though Biggs is dead, because he is sticking around until the end of the step, he's still able to pull that damage off from Jean-Marc. So I'm going to assume that was on a red squadron. So you were at the table, so you saw that. Oh, you're still muted. Well, that means I can say whatever I want, doesn't it, Bruno? I have the power. I have the power to keep you muted.
Yeah, use it wisely.
Lock you out. But you're on the table, so I was explaining how that interaction worked. Because in 2.0, the ship isn't removed when it's killed. It's removed at the end of the step.
Exactly. So Biggs was able to pull 1 more damage.
Yeah.
From
even though he's dead.
Yes. Yeah. So big difference, right?
Big difference.
Yeah.
It's similar to Armada, where they have Recon. You know nothing about. See, we should do a lore master, but then you only ask Armada questions.
Yeah, I'll remember that.
Or Legion questions. Have the Radical Squadron guys on, and then only ask Legion questions.
That's good. Well, the next quiz is against Australians, so I need to find question about kangaroos and stuff like that. So
you should look into drop bears.
Drop bears.
Drop bears.
What's that? No.
You need to look into it.
I need to look into it. Okay, I'll do that.
I'll send you something.
All right. So, who's in trouble right now? Because Jean-Marc, he'll move normally and still have people in his back arc, right? While Tim needs to K-turn or make something happen there.
So, because of when they move, right? I think they have 4Ks, and they have Talon rolls, right? 3 Talon rolls, 4K. So the I-5 and the I-6 are both blocked by Sinker currently for their 4Ks, right? They can't do it. Thane, the I-5, It also has his Talon roll. Oh no, no, because Jean-Marc's ships are going to move first. What am I talking about?
Yeah, there's going to be room.
There's going to be room. All right. It's the I and the I3.
Unless this one which is sinker and
They
the other one
bump.
they bump, they stay there, right?
They might want to bump, right? But if they bump, then he can't. Then Jean-Marc can't fix structural damage on sinker, and that means it's just gonna straight up die the next time something shoots at it.
Yeah.
Right? He's gonna take hit crit. He's gonna take 3 hits. He's gonna. The next time someone's attacking with a focus, he's toast.
Yeah.
Right? And then he's gonna have a rough game ahead of him. The fact that Thane and Wedge are both still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, is great. Because think about it, right now, there's 3 damage cards on Sinker. So if Thane whiffs his attack, he can look at Sinker's 3 cards.
And pick the worst one, right? Yeah. Want me to go look at them? I'll go and I'll tell you what they are.
No.
No, so we can. No, okay,
No.
okay. Devon
If
wants
it
to be
comes
a
up,
purist, and
No, because what we'll get them to do, right, is if they're we'll get them to put them down here if he's looking at them, right?
You're good at this, huh? You're really good.
Oh, you keep flattering me. It's almost like you want me to come back. Well, I mean, I've been here before because I've been to a couple of events here. So I've been to.
You were in the first Montreal Regional last year, right? You were drunk as hell.
Oh.
You were so loud, man. You were playing the Upsilon, I think.
Was just having fun.
Man, at the last round, you were on the table beside me, and you guys were bumping the table, and
we knew it didn't matter. We were 3-3.
Yeah, but me and my opponent, we were like at 1 point difference, and we were like overtime and regen, and it was really tight and intense. And you guys were yelling and bumping the tables and having a good. You were funny. We were laughing at. Okay, these guys are having fun. It's all right, but we're not at the same place right now.
I came in the middle of the pack with my in-your-face meta space, which was sort of like the trip. You've got a judge call.
You had a VD49, right?
So we're going to see. Here's the bumping that Bruno was predicting. And interesting, K-turn from the other ship. Okay. Wow. So the bump from the top 104th Battalion pilot, who spent his charge, right, blocks the K-turns. So that's great for Jean-Marc. If Tim has dialed in the K-turns, then he'll, depending on where Sinker's going to go. Although Sinker might bump here. So, Bruno, we did get the bump that you predicted in the front here. And I was like, they could K-turn, and there might be space eventually. They were like, but what if they bump?
Yeah.
We got the bump. But
K-turn?
K-turn, he might clear. In that regionals, though, you had a best sport. And I won the best sport.
Really?
And I think, as an Anglo, a near monolingual Anglo, who comes to Montreal, comes to Montreal, dans la belle Provence, and, was able to have a good enough time with my opponents that, people I'd never met before, people that, I didn't know me, that they felt that I was, Mathieu and I tied, right? But the fact that, one of the jolliest, loveliest X-Wing players and I, were able to share that, right? I don't know. I think that is so lovely that not only that the venue decided to do something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm even shocked that I would even win that.
Yeah.
Right? And I came to have fun.
And you had fun, right?
I had so much fun.
Oh yeah. But you know what? When you have people that side by your side or on the other table that are really having fun,
yeah,
it's contagious, right?
Yeah,
you start having fun yourself because people are laughing and we're having fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and everyone here is having fun today, and that's what I like to
I think
see.
so. I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, you can like there's serious faces in the bubble,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you can tell that a lot of like everyone here is having a good time, and so we had a bank here move from sinker, and it appears to be a barrel roll, and I can still never get the 2.0 barrel rolls correct. Like it's on the medium ships, it's so wonky.
yeah.
They could have done it just a little bit differently. I think I figured it out, but
You think so? Like the barrel roll? No, like the talon
Like
roll?
talon roll?
Never mind then.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
no, you can make fun of me. You're sitting next to me.
In your face.
It's
But about that, the talon roll thing.
yeah.
You're on the beat. You're making a call. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all, right? You're making the call. Wrong or right, it's a call. Shut
My table
up.
judge comes to me. He says, "This is the call I made. They wanted you to talk about it. They wanted you to look at it. There was a question about how talon rolls are done. He explains his logic to me. He shows me the issues in the rules reference, right? And the rules reference specifically says it takes precedence over the rules, right? So like, we're stuck in this. We can see this loop. We can see this issue,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's like I'm almost always going to rule. Like we knew we were making like a 20% of people agree with this versus 80% of people agree with us, and I know what rules of I know what the rules as intended are.
Yeah.
But I have to look at the rules reference and say this says it supersedes the other rules. This doesn't make sense functionally. Like how am I going to work around this? Right? My table judge was like, I think this is the way we do it. I agreed because rather than trying to do rules as intended, which I don't think is a good way of judging, or rather than allowing players to do things, my general go-to is saying you can't rather than you can. Right? If someone comes to me, like a high-level American player comes to me and says, I want to choose not to roll extra defense dice in 1.0, like, what's your answer? My answer is going to be no until you can start backing up and showing me your work.
Yeah.
Right? And that got fixed in 2.0 because he could. And I run into this issue in Canadian events where we have different TOs and marshals, where American players will know that certain judges are weak on X-Wing skills. So they will ask maybe a TO.
Oh, he's taking all of them.
Yeah. Well, because Sinker has... was that Sinker? No.
Jean-Marc, who took the hit? Numéro 3, number 3.
What upgrades does it have?
What upgrade does it have? The droid. Droid.
It's this one. It's the one that spent the charge on the droid. Yeah. Yeah. So like, I'd rather say like,
But yeah.
look, this Talon roll, I'd rather say it gets blocked than let it fly, and like create a precedent for
Other
some
stuff,
nonsense.
yeah. But still,
right?
my point is, you're in the action on the line of fire. You need to do it. Take a decision right now. Good or bad, that's the decision it is.
While I made that decision, which took like a minute and a half, because like I trust my table judge, and by default, unless I think he's completely insane, I'm just gonna back him up and go to the mat for him. Like absolutely.
Yeah, and you cannot take like 15 minutes to look it up, and
I can't spend 2 hours to write an essay about it.
No, that you cannot do. Yeah, that's for
Right.
sure.
So,
But still, just the time to look it up, and it's gonna take time, right?
well, we had all the other references there, right? So, what am I trying to say? When I was doing that, right, I'm running a top cut of a system open. I'm running a 60-person hyperspace. I'm running and supervising 3 hangar bays, right?
Yeah.
So, how much time? Not only that, one of the other games, one of the players in the top 8 just forgot how to play X-Wing, and I had to reconstruct. Like, we had to roll things back. I had to make like a whole bunch of like really funky calls about like looking at dials and picking up and like not setting dials and stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm trying to make sure that we get a reliable result out of this game. And you're asking me how to do a Talon roll? Okay. I'm going to back up my table, Judge, and go back to fixing the game where the guys forgot how to play.
Yeah.
So.
And besides, you at some point, I made calls today. I made just one just right there. Maybe I was wrong. I don't care. That's the call I made, right?
It's the call you made.
Yeah.
And that's just it. Like, you can be upset with my call, right? We've all watched sports. We all know that bad calls happen.
Yeah.
And I can say that, sure, you know, I would rather it came out a different way in the end. Great. We made the call that we thought was the right one at the time.
Yeah. Big deal. Move on, right?
Right. And so my issue comes in, right, if you have an issue with the call and you're yelling at the ref.
Who's dead now?
I think this is Red Squadron Veteran is dead.
He came out. So Red Squadron Veteran got one hull.
Oh, he's on one hull?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
the rules are badly written at some points also, right? You have contradictions and stuff, and that is a great roll.
That is a great roll. Oh, Jean-Marc.
All right, Tim, come on.
Someone takes two.
What was that?
He lost shields on wedge. Tim, that was shields on wedge? Yeah? Shields on wedge? Yeah.
But why the tokens?
Oh, he's using them as shield tokens.
Oh, okay.
He's showing off his swag from the System Open. But here's my problem. You wanna write a novel about why my call was wrong?
No.
Don't put it out while my event is still on. Put it out the next day. Yeah. Like you said, the call is the call for the event. It has to be fair. It has to be fair for everyone. If you make a call on round one, that has to be if someone asks you, that call on round 6 or in the cut has to be the same call. If it's the wrong call, great. The rules are the same for the entire tournament, and they're equal for everyone for the entire tournament.
Yeah. Do you think there's a big difference because that was a System Open? And let's say that's a 27 people tournament. So my mistake here have less impact on.
Sure. More people are watching for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it's the call of the day, right? You made the call right there, right then and there.
Yeah.
Live with it, right?
Yeah.
And if you're wrong, okay. Like you said.
I'm more than willing to say that I'm wrong. Right? Like
Are
I was
you?
wrong.
Really?
Yeah. Like
I'm pulling your leg there.
Everyone can be wrong. I can be wrong.
Of course.
Like if I was like, oh, I'm always right. I am the be-all and end-all decider for X-Wing. Like, I'm not making that call.
No. But I don't want to start a debate or anything because I was with Chris Sharif. He explained his side. He's a great guy, by the way.
Sure.
I don't want to get in between people and stuff.
My side is I wanted him to wait 12 hours to post his magnum
but
opus.
if you ask him, you're going to say, look at this timestamp, and that was like 2 hours after the tournament. So, but I don't want to go there because I don't care, right? Right. This is not the time or place to call him. Like
I'm not gonna. I don't have his number.
What?
It looks after the tournament because he's posting in Eastern time. He's posting on Mountain time, not.
God damn it, Chris Sharif, you bastard! No.
4-hour time difference there.
Oh, I didn't thought of that.
So, because I had people coming up and talking to me about it.
You know what? In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter.
Someone brought it to me like during the event. It's like, listen, like don't. If you want to do something like that, right?
Okay, was there like, how did they phrase that? Malicious intent. I'm sure not. The guy just wrote It wasn't towards you, right?
He
It
didn't
wasn't
think.
probably.
And we've dealt with this before, where there's a barrier between America and Canada, right? There's a border, right? So we can't get Brent Wong. We can't get Ian Hamm. We can't get these judges who go everywhere in the United States.
Because they can't work in Canada, right?
They can't work in Canada. So you got me, right? And listen. I do the best I can.
Man,
And
you're doing
like,
great, Devon. Don't worry.
No. Like, you're gonna get what you're gonna get. But I stepped up. I was told 6 or 7 days before the event that the marshal was going to be somebody who hadn't played 2.0 X-Wing, and he was going to be helped by someone who had never played X-Wing, unless I stepped up and was marshal. So, unless someone stepped up to be marshal, the judging staff would essentially have zero X-Wing experience.
Let's see.
So I'm like, which would you prefer in that situation? Like,
but in let's say the overall tournament there, one bad call.
yeah.
Does that void the whole tournament? Because I think you did a great job there.
I think if you go and you listen to the Gold Squadron podcast, and if you go and you listen to the Myos Squadron podcast, because Dee was there, and Theon was there, Marcel was there, and you listen to their wrap-ups for the event, not only do they not mention it, but they talk about how great it was.
Yeah, exactly.
We had, you were there, we had socials both evenings, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. So one call does not void the whole thing, right?
Listen, I'm pissed that that's all anyone remembers about it, because we had an amazing time. We had great lists. The Boogeyman didn't show up. We didn't have triple epsilons running all over the place. We had these great Rebel lists, a Canadian one. We had a really funky finals where the guy just flew off the board.
Yeah.
And Pete Rose is a great guy. Came up to me the morning of and was like, I got to drive back to Wisconsin. I think I'm going to drop. No, he's from Kalamazoo.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, well, we've got 17th here and 18th here, so just, let me know. He comes up, but right before we're about to start, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to play. And then after that round, he comes up, he's like, I think I'm going to drop. And I'm like, well, just let me know.
Okay.
So I'm going to play. And he did that every single round, all the way up to the finals. I don't know, I think I'm going to drop. The weather's getting bad.
Do you think he did it on purpose?
No, absolutely not. Pete was an absolute pleasure to deal with all day, and I'm really happy with how we handled him flying off the board. That was I had complete trust in my table judge, and he stepped in when the dials were revealed. Before Pete could say anything, before Kalen could say anything, he just said, this is the finals of a system open. You have to do the maneuver. This is you do that at a competitive, you do that at a casual night, whatever. You take it back, you play a game. But they were playing for small potatoes, like $2,000 or $1,000 or whatever. But if we want to take a competitive game seriously, like we are here, we're having a good time. But we're having a good time because there's a set of rules that's applied equally. There's a parameter within which your opponent isn't going to stray, right? You both are on a level playing field, right?
Yeah.
So, we all want to have an equal shot at winning, and we do that by having rules and having the rules equally enforced.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's what I try to do at events, and that's what I think I've managed to accomplish, and that's what you've done here today. And
except that my bad calls won't go viral on the internet, right?
Yeah, your bad calls don't have 1,000 people watching online.
Yes, but it wasn't a bad call. It was a call made at that time with the context, right?
Then there were at the time there were ambiguous rules, and we decided to say
it's not a bad
if
call.
It's ambiguous,
it's
you
call.
can't
That's
do it,
it.
rather than if it's ambiguous, you can do it.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a safer form of play.
Yeah.
And if you want to disagree with me, then you should talk to Steve Cameron and be the marshal the next time you
No.
like
No,
reach
no,
out.
no, I'm good.
Not you. The ambiguous, like anyone out there, like
Yeah,
look,
yeah, for sure.
you want to help me run an event in Toronto? I'm not going to say no, right? Like we were talking earlier how hard it is to find volunteers to get people to help out, right? Like it's hard to staff these events, especially because it was the first system open in Canada. We really wanted to put on a good show, have a good time, get a lot of people out, and everybody wanted to play.
It was a success, right?
A huge success.
A huge success, yes.
Huge success. I think they were really upset about the Keyforge. A bunch of the boxes got stopped.
Okay.
They weren't shipped correctly.
Yeah. Okay. I don't care.
They got held for a day, and so they missed the event.
Nice. Oh. Okay.
They landed on the debris.
Yeah. So I need to go do a rolling in the bathroom. A ruling?
A ruling in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we've Bruno and I have been chatting. That's bad. We got to get caught up with this game, but it's mostly repositioning at this point. Oh. Oh my God. Who's attacking who? All right. Yeah, I know. Okay, so the Red Squadron's attacking here. Hull breach doesn't really matter, so that's 2 damage on a sinker. We're going to put that in there. And not dead yet. Or, nope, dead. I lied. This looks like Wedge on the remaining 104th Battalion pilot. Wedge on 104th? Yeah. All right. And folks, just remember to like and subscribe to the Millennium Condor YouTube channel, and subscribe to the Millennium Condor Bella Diffusion wherever you can. Just download 3 apps on your phone, and just only have them auto-downloading Millennium Condor so that Bruno gets more listens, and then he might be able to get real ads. Just you wait and see. On the red. All right, so. Yeah, there he goes. All right. We have 104th Battalion Pilot number 2 with his trusty R4P Astromech versus the world versus Wedge and Thane. We're going to have to see how this goes. Thane's going to have to do some form of a blue maneuver, but we might see some fancy flying out of Wedge. Bruno off to make a judge ruling, not in the bathroom, it looks like. He's down on one of the bubble tables. I might have to trade off with him. I think I've had over a liter of coffee today, which is just the best. Been sitting here chatting with you guys from 9 a.m. my time all the way through. Now we're at 6 o'clock in the final round, 15 to 6, and we're going to try and do the top 8 this evening. If not, we're going to finish it up tomorrow morning at the Collected Edition store. Should be nice. Nice to see where Bruno plays. Big fan of Millennium Condor and everything they do here in Montreal. And it's great to see all the Alpha Condor Bruno organized last year was really big on you had to show your squadron colors. So it sort of forced all the local stores and the local towns to they all made their own little T-shirts and jerseys and stuff. So everyone from the neighboring areas all have their own little shirts on and stuff, and it's absolutely fantastic to see, all these the Hawk Squadron and Millennium Condor shirts and the Frog Squadron shirts. It's absolutely wonderful. Here we have the 104th Battalion pilot, really giving it his all. He's going to try and get shots on Thane and Wedge. Yeah, just checking on Wedge and Thane. We have correct hull and shields on both of those boys. It's good to see. So we're coming up on time. And 104th just can't push through. Well, if he's no. Oh yeah, go for it. X-wing players, it's time in the round. If you're bumped, you're not. So that's the end of Swiss. So we're gonna drop from 30 players down to 8, and that's gonna make it a heck of a lot quieter in here, I hope. Well, the bar is starting to fill up, guys watching the local games, and we're sitting here between two rinks again at the Belle Sportif, Centre Sportif in Brassard, being hosted at the Habs Training Center, and we've got bumps from both of those guys. Oh no, we got a K-turn, and so we're going to get one final attack from Wedge onto the 104th Battalion pilot, and I don't think it's possible to put him to half, but Tim's going to give it the old college try. Here we go. Thane can't shoot. Wedge. Lighten him up, 3 damage. Not spending the target, just takes 3. Out of shields. Attack back. At Wedge. Can he kill Wedge? Spends the target lock. Into 2. Probably can't kill Wedge. Let's see what happens. Well, he's going to eat it. Wedge is going to take 2 there. Drops into half. Let's see what that crit is. There we go. Structural damage is not great. How'd your day go? Good? That's better than 0. Winning 2 is really good.
I might get top 16, I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope I can get some ice.
Depends on your MOV, right?
And I said if you get like more than 2 games, if you get 2 games on like a lot of points in both of them,
Yeah.
you can get 16th place.
What was your list today?
Huh?
What did you play?
I played this
Yeah.
and
So you played a fire spray?
yeah, first play 795 and 10 round.
Special request
Yeah.
from Brunswick.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, Bruno, can you? I think we're pretty much done. Yeah. Yeah. What does he want? Oh, I got it. I got it. So we're just coming into the last round here. Quoi ça? Get what? Everyone?
Yeah.
No. Do you have one? All right. Sometimes you have to be X-Wing Santa. So that's not great. If he bumps and he loses wedge. I apologize for the poor state of this commentary. We're all getting really tired at the end here. And a lot of people are done wrapping up. We're getting a lot of questions. I don't know. Something just, I think it's someone's birthday. Tim doing the right thing, running in the last round, trying to not die. Not great. Takes another one. Wedge to 1, I believe. But that's still alive. And there you go. Good game.